A1 News, A1 Real TV. I want to thank everybody who stops in and checks my videos out. I'm just getting it off the ground as far as my channel, and things will get better. So I hope everybody had a good day, good night, and a good tomorrow. Now we're chilling with Willie D right now. We're going to chop it up with Willie D. He's talking about the setup for disaster. He's finna talk about the new law that's been passed with these guns. Let's check him out.
Write a new law making it illegal to possess, sell, or deliver assault weapons. An Illinois sheriff says he will not arrest those in violation. Furthermore, about half of the nation's states have made it legal for people to carry guns without a permit. And family, I ain't got to tell you.
Hold on, fam. He said over half of America has passed a law to where people can carry guns. I mean, it used to be legal. You used to have permit and this and that, But now, it's basically anybody. So just think about it. Everybody want to go out and get a gun now like it's the new PlayStation 12 or something, Everybody got to have one. And see, these kids been indoctrinated playing these games. I'm not going to blame it all completely on a video game because the parents are the ones that are in control when it comes to guiding your child in the right direction and teaching them right from wrong. But they have been brainwashed by playing these games of killing and shooting guns. So when they get one, what do you think is going to go in the back of their mind? They're going to think of the real world as a video game. Either on Call of Duty going to war for no reason with each other, or it's Grand Theft Auto. A little more complex with the real world. But, hey, we got to talk to our kids. We got to save our young ones. We got to talk to them. We got to save them. Because they figure like this. We want to be able to get them any way possible. It's bad enough that the police is killing black people for no reason with minor traffic stops and stuff like that. Domestic. You done got called on for domestic, which you wasn't even doing anything. Probably lied on you. The police come in and kill you, or you driving down the street with a one headlight turns to now you're dead. So
as the smoothest man alive, I cannot be contained in a bathroom.
My mom used to always tell me,
we're gonna let him speak.
What's up, family? Despite a new law making it illegal to possess, sell, or deliver assault weapons, an Illinois sheriff says he will not arrest those in violation. Furthermore, about half of the nation's states have made it legal for people to carry guns without a permit. And family, I ain't got to tell you that it is going to affect black society more than any society. Let me explain something to you. Every time they pass a law that makes it seem like they're protecting us or they're doing something for our greater good, what they're doing is taking away more of our rights and making it easier for them to violate us. It seems like, yo, we'll just make it legal for everybody who want to have a gun to just get a gun, no permit, no background check, no training. Here you go. You get a gun. You get a gun. You get a gun. You get a gun. You get a gun.
And then, I also think that maybe it's something that we're not being introduced to yet, something we're not being told yet. Like, is there a secret war that's coming on American soil? Or are people gonna be coming through the borders ready to go to war? Even though it seems like we are at war every day, is there a secret war? And they want everybody to get armed up to fight for the country? I mean, the Wild Wild West has just came back. Should we call Kumo D? Uh, but yeah, the Wild Wild West.
Here, you get a bomb. You get a grenade. You get a missile. It seems to me that they really want us to kill each other. And they also want to make sure they can get away with killing us. Because now that it is legal for anybody to just have a gun, then more people quite naturally are going to have guns. We already have a huge problem with guns in this country.
But you know what? I debate that. They can give us all the guns in the world. They can say everybody can have guns. But they're not the ones really killing us. They're not the ones pulling the trigger. It's us. We have to be having accountability of us and our generations. And that's to stand strong and stand to the plate in whatever has to be done. Yeah, it's okay. Everyone should be able to bear arms. But at the rate that this country is going, a lot of people don't think that it's the best decision. Maybe if they would have had it to where a lot of people had to go to a certain function to know about guns before they just passed this law. Like, you had to do something first to even be qualified to get a gun with no permit. You had to see some type of video. You had to go to a training camp to know how to shoot guns. You had to know certain responsibilities, and last but not least, should have been the first thing, is that it's consequences behind shooting people with guns. So it's a lot of things that should have been done that were not done.
Now, fam, for clarity, I am a gun advocate. I believe in the right to bear arms. But I also believe in being responsible with that right. And I don't believe just because you are a convicted felon that you should never, ever, 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 ever be allowed to own a gun again. Because if you do your time, once you do your time, your debt is paid. When you pay your debt is paid. Let's say you commit a crime and you go out there and they lock you up or whatever. Maybe they give you probation, but they lock you up. Let's say they lock you up. You do your time. You get out, perhaps you're on parole or probation. You do that. adhere to all the rules, you follow the guidelines, you do what you're supposed to do.
Hey, excuse me, Willie D, but this how I look at it. You went to jail, like he said. You serve your time. Now you supposed to have another opportunity to live your life in a different type of way that you obviously wasn't living the first time. But to let you out and you still are in the same position that you were in when you first went in, meaning trouble. Okay.
And now
You not even in trouble. You just got out of jail. Why can't you defend yourself and your family? Let's be realistic. Let's say wolves and tigers as metaphors for different types of humans in your communities that are wolves and tigers. So you telling me that as a man you can't even protect your family with no butter knife, with no wolves or tigers? Because that's basically saying killed or be killed. So you basically gonna get killed by society. Is that their plan? To let you out and say, well, you know what, one day he'll run into some trouble and, you know, he can't defend himself if he follow the law. So he'll just be another dead person. That's what it seems. Everybody's life is precious. And especially if you are a felon and it has nothing to do with any type of violent offense. Come on now. That's not right. But soon as a war break out, you would allow these same felons to fight your war. But they can't even fight their own war, which is to stay alive and take care of their family.
you're off probation, you're off parole. You should be given an equal chance to reestablish yourself, to get acclimated, to return to society as a citizen with all of your rights. Because guess what? They're going to make sure you pay those taxes. They're going to make sure that you don't get to run red lights. You don't get to speed. You got to behave by how you have to abide by all the other rules. So why is it that you have your other rights limited? And I know, well, you shouldn't have committed the crime. You shouldn't have did it. Da. Yeah, but fam, if you're not going to allow a person to reintegrate into society and give a person a chance to get it right, to be whole again, if you're not going to allow them to be whole again, they're never going to feel whole again. They're never going to feel totally obligated to play by the rules. Now, some of y'all don't get that, because some of y'all think, well, you don't play by the rules, then that's when you go back to jail. That's when you get killed. And you can say that all you want to, fam, but you it's different. I can tell you like that. It's different. You want somebody to play by the rules. You want them to continue to pay taxes and all that stuff, but you don't want to give them all the way rights back. If you think a person is that dangerous where they can never have a gun again to protect themselves or their family, well, don't let them out of jail ever again. Don't allow them to ever be free, ever. Now, if somebody have a mental problem, I get it. If you can establish that a person has mental issues, I get it.
Don't let them get out. Don't let them be free again. No, man, no. It's just flat out. They should just have the right to bear arms. It's a constitutional right. You know, we think it was bad these days. It was even worse then. But, you know, they definitely have a plan. I don't know if it's a secret war, or I don't know if the war is just in our country with each other. But it's definitely not right. You know, like I compare it to the tigers and the wolves. You have to have protection against either one of those because they will eat you alive and take everything that you have.
We should do that if a person even don't have a criminal history. We should do that. There's some things that we can do to be responsible as citizens, but there's also things that these elected officials can do to be responsible as public servants. This is a ridiculous law, and I do believe it has political implications. This thing has politics written all over it. They're playing games with our lives. And I'm telling you, fam, as always, black people are going to be affected the most. Now, here's the deal for all of you who sitting back thinking, well, as long as it happened to them, it don't happen to me. Let me tell you something. So as black folks go in this country, the rest of this country goes. Just like every time this country needs to be bailed out, who do they call? That's right. Every single time this country has ever needed to be bailed out, black people have been right there on the front line. Now tell me I'm lying. No, you're lying. This is a horrible idea.
A1 Grill
Horrible
TV.
idea.
Thanks for watching, y'all.
What say you, fam?
Let me get
Drop
your
a comment.
comments.
I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.
Hey, no more buying courses. No more wasting time trying